Which scale goes with which chord? Okay, what's up guys? My name is Richard Shepard. I'm the owner of the Heroes of Music Institute. Let's jump into this question which was asked by Skip. Okay, which scale goes with which chord? Well, there's a couple of ways to think about this question. So for our example, let's pick up a little progression. Let's do A minor to G to F major 7 to E minor 7. Okay, so this is telling us that we are in the key of C. So irregardless of the key, a great way to think about developing your solo for this song is by first knowing what the arpeggio is of each chord. Now in this example we got 2 minor chords and 2 major chords. So the first one is A minor 7. So here is the arpeggio. Right? The root, the minor third, the 5, and the minor 7. Now the next chord, if you don't know what that is, the 1, the minor third, the 5, and the minor 7, that talks about the makeup, the notes used to create this chord. That is knowing some music theory. We'll get into that maybe later, but using this arpeggio, it doesn't matter what key it's in because it's outlining the chord. This could be the relative minor in the key of C, or it could be the 2 chord in the key of G. It doesn't matter because we are agreeing with this chord with this arpeggio. An arpeggio is really just a broken up chord played one note at a time. Now the next chord is G. We have it just as a regular G. We don't have it as a dominant G, but that's what it is. We can play that dominant sounding arpeggio over that G. So let's try those first two chords and let's play the arpeggios over them, okay? Okay, let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. The next one is F, but it's an F major 7. F major 7, my favorite chord. And then the next one is another minor, a minor 7 arpeggio. So this arpeggio is going to look very similar, is the same as the A minor 7. And again, it doesn't matter what key we're in. If we learn to identify and train our ear to hear that minor sound, we can use that arpeggio shape to help develop our solo. Let's just run those arpeggios descending with the chord progression. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So that's what we're doing, is we're just agreeing with the chords. We're playing with the arpeggios. Now that's not going to be your solo, but that's just getting familiar with just using the arpeggios can help you evolve your melodic lines a little bit more. Now, another way of and then you could ascend, you could ascend the arpeggios as well, learning the different positions of where those arpeggios are played. Now, another way to think about it, those are 4-note arpeggios, right? Right, but there are, for each chord, you could think of them in terms of, also you can think of them in terms of modes. Now there's a lot of opinions about modes out there. I'm not interested in your opinion about that. Make your own video about modes, okay? I like modes because they are a useful tool in creation. So A minor, in this instance, from A minor to G to F to E minor, that sounds a lot like we're in the key of C. It sounds like Aeolian, which is the relative minor in the key of C, or the 6th degree, right? To G dominant 7, which is Mixolydian, to F major 7, which is Lydian, F Lydian, to E Phrygian. Right? So let's play Aeolian. Now the thing about modes is that it's a full scale, so there's 7 notes. There's 7 notes so it's 3 more than the arpeggio. So for this first one, it's Aeolian. Oh, and the next one is Mixolydian. Then the F is F Lydian. And then E Phrygian. It's another great way of kind of understanding what your options are. And you can use those modes. Now, you don't have to move. If you know where your modes are and your notes are on the fretboard, you don't have to move with the chords. You can kind of stay in a position. So we can stay in around the Aeolian and we can move around here. Learning the arpeggios is a great entry point because immediately you can kind of start speaking with the chords if you know the arpeggio. And you don't have to rely on playing the whole arpeggio, you can play a piece of it. Right? A lot of fun. Now another thing, another idea when developing your solos is you can come up with like a motif. You can pick a couple of different, let's pick 3 notes for that A minor. Let's put this A, E, and this G right here. Now, I like those kind of things because I like hooks or memorable lines. Now, when we went to that B, I wanted to go to this B note right here. So I'm going to change it up. I'm going to change the motif. Now, the motif is a theme or a succession of notes, a melody that you create. And as the chords change, the function of the notes changes. So for example, when I play that A minor 7th chord, when I'm playing that first chord and I play that A, E, and that G, I'm playing the 1, the 5, and the minor 7. Now, if I were to keep playing those same notes, when I go to the G, I'm actually turning that G into a 9 chord by adding that A. And also adding a little bit of a 6 to it by keeping that E in there, and that G is my 1 in the key of G, in the G chord. Right? So what if we change that starting point to B and made it the 3rd of that motif? Let's go to that B when we go to that G chord. then back to A. I like that. So for the E, for the G and the E, we're gonna go to B on that melody. And I like that little, that the A over that G creates a little bit too much dissonance for my ear for now. Maybe tomorrow I'll like what the dissonance that it creates. But for this example that we're writing together, back to A, to B. Nice. I like it. I like it. So those are a couple different ways you can think about developing your solos. But definitely you want to learn the arpeggios, learn your minor shape arpeggios, learn your major shape arpeggios, which are dominant and major sevenths, and learn your diminished arpeggios. Well, we'll cover that one in another video. And then learn your modes, which means you gotta learn your keys. All these ideas also too, you want to try playing them over all 12 keys. Yeah, that's how you turn yourself into a badass, man. All right, Skip, thanks for the question. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Here's a playlist with some other videos for developing your solos. Stay great.